It's not often that I sit at the dressing table in our bedroom, mine and my wife's. I usually leave that as her domain. But today I want to show you something that I gave to her a while back, and it's this, a bottle of perfume called Beautiful from Estee Lauder, because she is worth it. She's more than worth it. And Beautiful describes who she is to me. And this bottle of perfume cost me a reasonable amount of money compared to some perfumes, but inexpensive compared to other perfumes, the kind that I really just can't justify or afford the money to buy. And we can spend that money on other things. One thing I wouldn't dream, even with this 2/3 empty bottle of perfume, I wouldn't dream of taking the top off and just pouring it over someone's head. But that's exactly what happened to Jesus on one occasion. I'd like to read to you the account from Matthew chapter 26 as we draw near to the end of Jesus' life upon the cross. And this is what Matthew says. While Jesus was in Bethany in the home of Simon the leper, a woman came to him with an alabaster jar of very expensive perfume, which she poured on his head as he was reclining at the table. When the disciples saw this, they were indignant. "Why this waste?" they asked. "This perfume could have been sold at a high price and the money given to the poor." Aware of this, Jesus said to them, "Why are you bothering this woman? She has done a beautiful thing to me. The poor you will always have with you, but you will not always have me. When she poured this perfume on my body, she did it to prepare me for burial. Truly, I tell you, wherever this gospel is preached throughout the world, what she has done will also be told in memory of her." Well, of course, Jesus was right, wasn't he? We do still have the poor with us, and it's right to offer our help to them as we are able. But perhaps sometimes it's right just to do something beautiful for Jesus. And it was a beautiful thing for that woman to pour the perfume over his head. Unknowingly, I guess, she was preparing him for the burial that would be his by the end of the week. But for her, it was an act of selfless devotion, sacrificial devotion and worship towards the one that she had heard about, and maybe she had come to know the kind of person that he was. Maybe she thought and realized that here was someone special. Here was someone who was divine, who could point her to the living God, even who was the living God. And sometimes it's right for us simply to worship Jesus, simply to pour out our hearts in adoration to him. And my prayer for us this morning is that we should each be able to adore Jesus as we think about what he's done upon the cross for us. He gave his life in sacrifice himself so that we do not have to. And it is right that we pour out our praise to him, that we give him thanks, that we worship him and we adore him.